Well, hello, Kingsman. Welcome back to the Napoleonic Total War 3 battlefield. Today, I have a special treat, in a way, I guess. This is a battle that I actually played in, played by yours truly. I actually played it in a stream. For those who do not know, I do stream NTW3 a decent amount, play the game a lot. I wish I could play it more than I record replays of it, but, you know, you can't have everything perfect. And, I mean, I enjoy watching the replays, but getting off track here. So it is a 44 on an Ireland 1B, I do believe, and we have a French Corps going up against the coalition here. So we have a 13-point Soult. I'm playing 7-point Bernadotte. We have a 7-point Massena behind me, and then on the left we have an 8-point Ney. Now, the reason I wanted to record this was I felt like it is a good example. This isn't even by me, this is by my allies. A good example of why scouting is so important and maneuverability with the scouting is super crucial for your team, for the other team. Like, you'll see, you know, where we messed up and where we did well, and where the coalition did well and where they messed up. But this is a very vicious fight. Really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Of course, you can see for the coalition, you have a 9-point Portugal UK. I believe it's an 8-point or 10-point Austria. I think there was one more UK. Yeah, another UK Netherlands. Another 9-pointer. And then there was a, I do believe, where is he? Where is he? Oh, there was 2 UK Portugal. So there was 3 UK armies. And for those of you who are new to NTW3, UK is pretty good in this mod, at least. They have, they're pretty cheap. Like, the units, you can get a lot of UK units. They are very deadly when it comes to firing to reloading skill. Looks like we have some cavalry here screening out here. And what's kind of nice is I can actually tell you kind of what we were thinking on our side. I don't know what the other side was thinking, but our plan was have all of our armies converge on this right side. We need to mass up, and as you can see already, there are 3 armies here. There is 2 of the UK Portugals and then Austria, all set up right here. Of course, I am pushing up. Implex actually was playing as 13-pointer. He is rolling far right side. You can see he has his cav, which is hidden. We are starting to set up a screen, this is a very crucial part of the success of this plan, which we were going to try attempting here, which is going with a huge right flank, maybe drawing him in. I'm going to push up, kind of be the bait. I'm going to kind of, you know, I'm a 7-pointer. I'm going to try to make myself look like a tenderized piece of meat that, you know, the enemy wants to destroy. And then, of course, we have another 8-pointer who's going to push up here, hopefully cover my left flank. And then, the 8-pointer, actually, he was going to try to distract this UK Netherlands. He pushed up some skirmishers and some cavalry, maybe 1 light infantry, try to distract this UK, maybe make them think that the French are sitting over here, while we all mass up in the center here. As you can see, the other 7-pointer is going to push up with me, help support. We are being very aggressive with our cav. We're doing a cav screen, which, guys, it's very important to do cav screens. You want to push up your cav, force any coalition cavalry to fall back so they can't, because what they should be doing right now is they should be having cav all the way out to here. As far as possible, you want a huge line so you can see this, because this whole army, guys, right now, totally invisible, totally hidden, and this is a lot of troops here. They have grenadiers in the back, artillery. I don't think his general is here. Yeah, look at this. So he has his general, Soult, right here, making them look like, oh, you know, here's the whole French army right here. I have my general, Bernadotte here. I have my artillery, all my infantry. I had, for a 7-pointer, I brought a good amount. I brought 3 skirms, trying to practice with those skirmishers. My cavalry's kind of screening a little bit. Like I said, guys, we just really wanted to make sure the coalition could not scout us. Of course, 30-point, he brought a lot of cav, and he's using right now a super important bullying tactic. So he has just lots of cav, lots of numbers, trying to intimidate the coalition to fall back. Now, thankfully, this UK Portugal brought the Portuguese cav, which is not the greatest. Portuguese cav, not very good. We already have some skirmishers firing here, firing at all of our cav, so we're going to start pulling back. They have cavalry of their own to support their push up here. But yeah, like I said, guys, we are seeing A lot of UK line infantry pushing up here. It's always rough when you see a lot of UK. Artillery setting up. They have some Portuguese lines here. And this is 2 UK armies, guys. 2 UK armies over here. One of them, I guess, is more towards the town. But there are 2 UK armies here, so if we're going to strike a blow, we need to move fast. Now, I am shifting cavalry over here. The UK have sort of taken this hill. They're pushing cav forward. They have some light hussars for the UK. Man, these are really good units. But they're falling back. We have some skirmishers. We're taking some pot shots. We have lights as well. Ney pushing up squarables so they can take this hill and also not have to worry about, you know, the cavalry. They can form squares. Both of them can. So they're going to try to take this hill. Maybe push up on this left flank. As a coalition, you can see just formed up here. These skirms trying to shoot at this cav, so this cav's actually going to start falling back. Here we are starting to see more UK pushing up, guys. So much. Oh, they have the Scots, Cameron, or the Black Watch, something like that. More skirms. Austria has tons of infantry pushing over this direction, so I'm starting to set up my lines, forming up here on the right side of the town. Oh my gosh, why are they firing? They just killed their own skirm. That is unfortunate. I'm not sure why they're firing. There's nothing right here, but they are firing. Interesting. I don't know why that's happening. Keep in mind, guys, that they are still hidden. Still hidden. This whole flank still hidden. So, that must be a bug. I am going to be pushing forward here, maybe trying to push up, make the coalition. At this point, Implex was telling me to push up, be aggressive. Oh, let's also like look over here where I do believe I pushed some cav to support this side. They do have squares. We'll see if the hussars charge the squares. The rest of the cavalry trying to screen this left side. Will they? He's going to give a fire order. There's some Austrian lines pushing up here. Let me try to take this hill as well. Some grenadiers. I am trying to goad them into a charge here, and I think actually, remembering correctly, if memory serves, I pushed back, he formed a square, and they smacked into that square, which not going to do too well for them. And now I can countercharge, also get a volley fire here as well. Now look at this, UK pushed up, Austria pushing up. I have a beautiful flank here. I'm starting to push forward. Austria's going to have to form up here. The rest of the UK set up facing this direction, guys. Still hidden. Man, there's so many infantry pushing forward this way. This is the glorious, and they're not even scouting. Their infantry are too close here, sitting by the infantry. Don't ever just assume that the infantry is sitting up here. I mean, his general is starting to push over here now. Skirmishers pushing up more dragoons, as well as line infantry starting to engage the UK. I'm pushing up to these maybe you know, hit the Austrians and the UK as they're pushing forward here. They're probably going to reform as they see me. The rest of Ney is pushing up on my side, but now begins the distraction, guys. I am going to push forward my lines here and try engaging the UK as they're pushing up. At the same time, Implex still hidden, still pushing forward, though. These light infantry, these light cav probably are going to scout this whole army pretty quickly here. Going to force them to have to reform, but look at this huge flank. Look at this. They're literally marching. Whole left side just exposed here. Whole left side exposed. These guys are still hidden. The ambush is going to be so successful if they can stay hidden as long as possible. But they'll see it. So I'm starting to push forward. I'm actually pulling back from Austria. Austria forming up in a line of battle. They're ready to do battle for me, but I'm ready to run away and actually engage the UK line. If we can isolate this army, it'd be perfect. He is pushing forward a lot of infantry to catch them out. And guess who is seen? Yep, that's right, guys. France, 13-pointer Soult. It's an ambush. They're pushing forward. They're going to take him on the flank. UK's, you know, I can tell he's scrambling now. He's going to try to push troops up, reform here. And I am advancing to the attack. Unfortunately, I'm a little slower with my L3s, but I'm starting to push forward here. We got to break in between the UK and Austria over on this side. Still nothing happening. The UK are shifting over, though. I think they all realize that the trap is being set up. We are just totally massing up 8-point Ney on my left flank. We are able to just start pushing forward, and here it goes. We have France charging in with some dragoons here, probably trying to get them to form square or engage the cavalry. We do have some some light dragoons. Actually, this may be UK. No, yeah, is this UK or Portuguese? I can't tell. But yeah, light infantry still pushing forward. This is a lot of troops. The light infantry over here, L6, so fast moving, guys. They're gonna get super close. Trilliers, oh my goodness, look at these guys. These guys are going to end UK's whole career here. They have a road. They're gonna start transporting on. The UK in full retreat. We're starting to push forward. I'm trying to push forward all my line infantry. We do have some. See, Austria is actually trying to advance to cover the retreat of their ally here. They have hussars close by. I am actually forming up some infantry. I do hear some cavalry engaging as France charges in against UK's Portuguese cavalry. Let's took an LOC here, but infantry forming square. The French hot on the heels. I even charged in some cavalry of my own to take out. Actually, I think this is, yeah, this is me. Is this me? No, it's not. It's the other 7-pointer charging in, taking out artillery. UK lost that already. I am pushing up some infantry here just to kind of prevent Austria from being able to push up and attack my left flank as we start funneling troops in this way. Funneling them in, guys, constantly. We do have France now pushing it. Look how close they are. Even cavalry now charging the lines of the UK. Catch them out of square formation. My goodness, France is winning so decisively on this ambush. Also, more cavalry maybe going in. You can see a volley breaking some of this UK line. More UK troops breaking. Actually, Portuguese troops breaking. But, oh my gosh, here comes UK Netherlands now to try to save as more hussars now close in with this Portuguese cav supported by some heavy dragoons of UK Netherlands. Our lines are just pouring in volleys, guys. So this battle just launches out of nowhere. The UK still trying to reform as France is constantly pushing forward. They need to break this horse guard that the UK have. That is covering this whole flank here. More cavalry now coming in. They are desperately trying to defend their flank as the UK are trying to form. Austria trying to reform here. We do have a reserve. UK, Portugal is probably going to try to find some high ground, maybe hold. I mean, they have a town they can fall back to. Same time, Austria really hasn't given up this left side. As we are forming up, I do believe we have more cavalry now. My cav going in, actually taking out a bunch of skirmishers here with some chevaliers. And that is tying him up as I start throwing in more and more lines. I'm probably gonna have to follow these cav back because some chevaliers of Austria have fallen up. We do have a brave UK line. Maybe what's going to stop. Oh, some fusel. Oh, my goodness. Breaking more and more of them, guys. We've barely taken any losses. And now Austria may actually countercharge here against me. My Bavarians cannot form square. That's going to be a little bit messy. And we have tons of reserves, guys. Tons of reserves. Constantly trying to push on. You can see, I mean, Solt has constantly been charging the UK, forcing either to form square or take heavy losses as they keep trying to march forward here. They are totally caught out of formation. We do have cavalry, you can see in the mini-map behind the lines. This cavalry is going to get point blanked here, caught in melee. My Bavarians are falling back. I do have a square formed. Constantly trying to push up here, guys. I do have my skirmishers and artillery set up, kind of help screen. Austria is definitely falling back here. They do not like this whole outflanking. We are just, their whole allies just falling back, and they're gonna have to. I mean, they have some good high ground here which they can fall back to and defend, but we are so close on their heels. Can they form up and stand their ground with Bavaria and France closing in? I mean, look at this. France is just as a huge flank here. But they do have some cavalry now to defend their flank. Some of that horse guard, some really good heavy cav for the UK. More French cavalry charging in. I'm sending in some cavalry trying to go for some skirmishers. They do form a square. As I'm starting to push forward lines, I'm trying to just... Yeah, I better fall back. I'm going to hit some squares. I like I'm telling myself what to do. This is where I'm not too proud of my formation here. So many troops trying to rush forward. You're trying to not let them have a chance to form up here. I'm trying to form up. You can see Austria has formed up, so this is going to actually start hurting here. What we need to do is we need to not let the UK get a chance to fire, so we need to start pushing forward lines and starting to get in melee. They have a lot of really good lines here, like a lot of UK guard. Now we do have Gonna make him form a square here. Massena trying to send forward some infantry. On this left side of the coalition, right side of France, they're starting to shoot with the UK pushing forward reserves to start flanking here. And keep in mind, this is 2 UK armies, so they have plenty of troops, but he's pushed up on the side. I do believe I go in with some cavalry, charging the Austrian line, trying to tie them up so they can't fire. And I do believe, yep, I'm going in with my Bavarian combat gen. And they don't get a volley, thankfully, but still it's going to be punishing as the UK are going to get a flank here. My cav does break, but it did stop Austria from being able to fire, and now we are full on sending it. Going into melee, closing in. We even have a flank here that Massena is pushing as the UK are trying to push forward. Now he does countercharge. And unfortunately, I did not get a volley, but I do close in. I have my cavalry close. I start pushing at my gen to cover here. I do have some grenadiers in the front lines, which is perfect. They're going to repel Austria immediately. You can see they broke. And look at this, pushing forward here. I form a square, thankfully, to defend my flank. Some UK cav pushing forward over here. A huge cav fight going on as France is trying to surround and kill this horse guard for the UK. Not taking the whole fight very well, but winning slowly and surely, pushing over more masses here on this side. We are starting to punch through on the center. We do have Ney now pushing up to engage Austria. I have skirms and artillery set up. I have my cavalry as well pushing forward, trying to just break the Austrian line. The UK have reserves, though. It's going to start really hurting us. And they are still here, so this is going to be a problem, as this is either tow row or Coldstream Guard here holding this line. This is going to start really hurting. I'm trying to funnel in more troops. We do have some cavalry charging in from Massena, and then lines try to form a vicious attack here. We do have France pushing forward a lot. Over here, cavalry throwing themselves against Austria. At this point, Austria is the weakest as we are constantly attacking here, forming up a shooting line against the UK. But at this left side, we are just trying to charge forward and break the Austrians. Some grenadiers, unfortunately, not charging in. This is where it gets a little messy here.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest awhile.
Trying to bayonet charge here against Austria. Oh my goodness. We have more Bavarians going in, guys, constantly attacking here. Austria getting really focused down by France as we are just pushing forward. France has lost almost half their army here. Over on the side, France is really pushing the UK in melee. And the other UK armies can have to start pushing forward. We have Grenadiers charging in against the UK. UK throwing forward some more reserves, making a brave second line here. They do have an LOC. They are, man, this is a mess. Countercharging my Grenadiers.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest awhile.
I have some scrims I'm going to start pushing forward. France actually falling back on this side because we have this flank cover and we're pushing forward. This side really could use a little bit more of work here. I need to start closing in with melee because France is going to start getting ripped apart by this UK line. And the UK Netherlands now showing up. They do have, thankfully, a good amount of militia, so that'll be a little easier to fight. But, I mean, the UK still going to be a worthy foe to fight against. My artillery to get charged. I didn't even notice this happen, to be honest. This Austrian cavalry just charges in, takes up my artillery. We do have a lot of skirm pushing forward here on this flank here. This is going to be a problem we're going to have to deal with. Constantly, though, I'm constantly pushing, guys. I'm funneling everything I got. We do have infantry that I've pushed in here, attacking the French positions. Some Highlanders pushing up, counter-charging here. Gonna break me. I need to keep pushing forward some troops. I mean, this French line is really running against a stone wall as they have finally held off the French. France gonna have a tough time now closing in against the UK. UK managed to repel that, but Austria is really getting focused down here. Beautiful volleys on the flank as now some Fusiliers gonna charge in against my lines. I'm gonna charge in some Grenadiers of my own to try to break the French. As I said,
our men are running, sir.
UK, my apologies, see there? Charging forward against the Highlanders. Still have plenty. They have a general here as well. I'm going to try to push forward. This LSC is actually going to be a rough time for me. Oh, we have some cavalry now charging forward here. And see, we are starting to make headway here, breaking forward, but artillery really wrecking our line. Over on this side, the French now charging forward. Sultan's going to do some bayonet charges, try to take on the UK, using the road to move rapidly. We're starting to break the UK on this side. Throwing them back over here, constantly forward momentum, guys. Ney pushing forward, hitting the Austrians, trying to separate them in this town. Oh, some cav charging in against this French line. I think I got some infantry stuck up on the cav. But here we go. The Coldstream Guards, I believe, are now going to form up. They're holding this flank. That is what their job is. France has managed to break forward, but some cavalry is now going to countercharge, saving the UK line so they can reform here with their land there.
Are running, sir.
And they got a beautiful charge of the cavalry, breaking a lot of my infantry. Yeah, breaking tons of them. Over here, Austria now basically gone. Enemy general has been slain. I pushed my skirmishers up to combat the UK Netherlands skirms. We have broken most of Austria at this point. Ney finishing the job. And now it is just a vicious fight, which the UK guys are holding this hill.
Our men are running, sir.
Doing an excellent job here. In fact, the Highlanders even countercharging against Soult. Soult is starting to really be worn down by this constant attack, even cavalry in the back lines. So much fighting. Here we go. We got some infantry now charging in. Oof. In a bayonet, charging in with the tow road or the guard, but oh my gosh, I'm getting...
Our men are running.
That was brutal. That was brutal. So we did not take this house, and I don't want to lose it now. I mean, at this point, we are actually looking pretty worn down. The UK really tore into us, and they caused some heavy casualties here. Cavalry, tons of cavalry for the UK in the back lines to start to break down Soult's rear guard. A bunch of French infantry still in melee with the UK. Unfortunately, a general falling for France.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
And the UK actually managed to throw back our assault, still holding this side of the town. In fact, they are counterattacking. You can see they're tearing up this side. We're going to actually have to take this a little more cautiously because you can see we are taking some heavy losses here. Messina almost totally gone as he took a whole brunt of that charge. Actually, never mind. Messena's not gone. He has tons of forces back here. And then we have our artillery batteries, which we may have to fall up and take care of. Now, we did have some cavalry dragoons just wasting all of those skirms, thankfully. So now we are going to be able to focus here. Ney pushing up, trying to flank the French. I'm pushing up in the town, trying to see if we can't, you know, get a flank here as they're pushing up and attacking our ally. And me trying to flank the flank, as it were. Trying to get a bayonet charge. I don't think I'm going to catch him. In fact, we have a counter charge here.
Our men are running, sir.
Unfortunately, really getting hit hard by the UK, and they're going to start countercharging. This is not the greatest of developments here. As you can see, the UK actually falling, pushing out against the French. Ooh, nice square though. So a lot of routing troops, guys, for the French. We are looking bad, but artillery is going to be able to throw back. Man, look at this. Look at that. Artillery actually even up here. Thankfully, we have the artillery. That is the only thing that's going to save us. Is we're going to have to start using the artillery to fire as UK have tons of cav. I was thrown back in this town assault, and things are looking too hot for us. Nice charge, though, breaking a lot of probably militia here. As Ney is putting the pressure on. Wow, mass routing some very large militia units of the UK.
Our men are running, sir.
But there's still plenty of them, and they are actually viciously attacking here. I mean, we have a lot of routing troops. We have a lot of strong troops. I think Kylie as Messena had some very strong units still in the back in reserve, thankfully. I think I was trying to send in some grenadiers to take this LOC. Not going too hot here.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, my grenadiers got broke, so now at this point I'm falling back. I have 6 units, I think, total left. And our right flank was actually not looking the greatest at the moment. Now we did have a lot of artillery, which we can use to great effect. This 4-pounder is firing. Probably, hopefully, we'll get some kills here. They're reloading as fast as possible. Line of tree trying to defend that artillery piece. More artillery set up over here with some lines guarding them. Oh my goodness. Vicious fire, throwing them back. Oh yes, this happens. So this is, I believe, Shade pushing forward as Ney, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, another UK reinforcing army shows up. And now Ney is actually in danger of being surrounded as the UK are in this town, and they're pushing up on his flank. This is definitely a point of which you want to, you know, start falling back. We do not have the upper hand whatsoever. Thankfully, the UK, I think this was not a wise choice of theirs to push out here in the field. We had artillery advantage. Yes, we had a lot of troops that routed, but we had some strong lines still, and artillery to support this line. So actually, UK are falling back here into the town, and France is now going to make a hasty retreat. Ney pulling back his troops, hopefully not a moment too soon, as the UK are pushing up. They have some excellent lines here. Look at these Fusiliers. Very healthy, very fresh.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
I think the UK is going to try and cover the retreat. Yep, covering the retreat, forcing them not to be able to fire. Line of Charles pushing up here to fire on the side. But here comes the UK pushing forward. Some more. Basically, these are like UK Grens. They're going to pour a volley in. Oh, man, they're starting to break that 59th. And now they go in with the bayonet. France, yeah, going to try to fall back here. Actually executed that retreat quite well. And now the UK are going to try to focus on our side here. This is a bit of a, you know, it's like, well, what do we do here? I was very concerned at this point. I mean, I can't do much either. You know, I have some skirms, which actually, the skirms can be pretty useful. I don't think of it. Like, and that's why I've been trying to do a lot more skirms recently. In my streams, trying to play a lot more skirms, because they can actually be super effective. I think France should not be trying to bayonet, or not, the UK should not be trying to bayonet charge here. Try shooting, utilize those good stats here. Try to outshoot the French. Now, the one advantage is these are heavily depleted. Unlike this UK, though, if he just focuses all his lines in one area, like right here, he can batter us down. I mean, these guys can take some bullets, and we have very small, low units here. But the UK have to consolidate and focus in one area only. The one enemy that we have, the one thing that's going for us against the UK that we can use is all of our skirms. Using skirms against the UK, falling back, making them pay for every inch they advance or every foot they advance is how to do it. Now over here, they have kind of equalized. We do have some, unfortunately, some cavalry charging in against some lines, going for the artillery piece. I mean, it's a little too late, I think. And yeah, they're probably gonna break the artillery, but we don't even really need the artillery at this point, and the coalition's pretty far away. But still, look at all these reserves. These guys should be pushing down this road trying to deal with us. We do have Chain set up his 4-pounders and 3-pounders. These guys fire so fast, and at this close range, they're gonna do some deadly hits. focusing down one UK unit at a time. You want to pick off one of them, force them to rout, start breaking that debuff here. Now you can see all of our skirms pushing up. We're just trying to pepper down the UK, see if we can't take the momentum back and win this one. I feel like this cavalry could have been better used on the other side. The UK Netherlands should have fallen back his cav, and it helped on this side. This is where he needs it. Imagine charging some cav in here. I mean, we did have a squareable, but charging in some cav. Now the UK are falling back, probably because of that artillery. We do have more UK pushing up in the town, and they still got their best quality infantry. Best quality infantry is all in the town, making this a very rough fight. Look at the vicious fight here. I mean, yeah, Austria's gone, but man, there's so much death and destruction here. A lot of Bavarians actually on this field. I mean, I brought a lot of Bavarians in my army, and they definitely took a lot of the brunt of the fighting. I sent them in first, had my French, I mean, there's still some left, actually. Yeah, look at that. In fact, all I have is the Bavarians left. The light infantry of Bavaria, some line infantry of Bavaria, some more lights, and then, of course, my skirmishers, some voltigeurs. And I am just trying to focus down the UK here. This is where the fighting is.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Trying to focus them down. If they get too close, then you gotta fall back. But you can see we're gonna start dropping the UK as they push up here. Wear them down, chip them off. Like chip them off. Or not chip them off. Chip them down. That's the word I'm looking for. Chip them down. They're gonna push up, maybe try to get a punishing blow here. I'm immediately falling back, as you can see. We can even utilize this wall, which I think Chain, as Ney is going to do, is going to put his infantry up on this wall. Actually, walls do block some bullets from hitting your men. So the terrain actually is helpful, just like forests can catch some of the bullets so they don't hit your men. Walls can do the same. He's going to push up his lines here as the UK look like they're prepping for an attack. On the side now, we're able to push forward Messena. And I think Solt, does Solt have anything left? Or I think Solt gave everything up. Like, Solt has one line here. He took the full brunt of 2 UK armies. And it did destroy him. But he destroyed both of them, or destroyed a lot of them. So now we are able to, you know, wear them down. Now they're pushing up. We have some lines here. These guys are fresh, firing at will. Some of my best shooting stats here. You can see they are getting chipped off. Chipping away at the enemy. These guys able to sit underneath this wall and pour in some volleys. Same time, the rest of the UK falling back. I still think if UK had consolidated their forces, it would have been a lot better for them versus falling back. But you know, you can always say it's easier to critique after the fact. But there's definitely a lot of UK sitting over here, I think, when this battle was all going off. If they had been all together and not separated, they would have done so much better, because we did not separate at all. We stuck together. We were all here, focused around this area. You know, we had Ney pushing here, Messena and Bernadotte pushing here, and Solt pushing on the flank. I think that initial push coming here, Solt coming in and attacking that huge flank, surprise attacking him in the flank, really helped. And now we are actually firing artillery at this LOC because I did not want to take it again. I was like, hey, just level it, please. I lost like 3 troops here. Look at the Bavarians all dead in this area. Mostly from the LOC. My poor grenadiers, too. Laying slain on the battlefield in front of the LOC. Oh, we have the UK. Man, they are really actually getting countercharged here. The UK countercharging Ney as he's pushing forward, trying to, you know, catch them before they can fall back to an LOC. Getting some punishing volleys here. He's using his light infantry. They have better shooting than they do at melee. Oh, a beautiful volley once more. Maybe some cavalry will push forward here and break these French. You can see forming square constantly. Oh no, the poor dragoons. But France wearing down the UK. I mean, he gets some punishing volleys on this line. Oh, on this side, the UK are starting to get surrounded as Massena is now re-engaging on this flank. And this is kind of like the fiercest battle. It lasted. It was very quick, very sudden. Like, it came off really fast. And now the last part of the battle is taken, like the second stage of the battle. This battle has been fought in 2 different stages. The initial push and the counterattack that happened from the coalition. And then this is the second push. This is a second attack. So the attack, counterattack, and now the counterattack, I guess you'd call it. You're countering the counterattack. And the UK now falling out here. I think they're going to try to reunite with their ally here. As Ney, he took out a lot of the coalition here now as artillery firing, but you know, definitely took some losses there. Now we are going to push forward. He's going to push forward the rest of his forces. We're going to start pushing up our skirms. And let's see if we can catch the UK out. Let's see how well they can retreat. You can see the lines that are left to defend the LOC, or defend the town. They're the rear guard. A lot of, looks like militia. Some cavalry charging in as well. Hitting a square. Massena said, not today. Man, look at this. We have some militia to form a rear guard. But France is going to close in here. Oh, they're going to get a good volley off. Oh no, the drummer. They killed the drummer. How could they? What did he ever do? Oh man, France starting to wear down. Yep, this militia is going to start mass routing here. And it'll be over. The rear guard is broken. Now we are pushing up infantry here. The UK charging an artillery piece. Charging some skirmishers. And constantly trying to fall back. We do have a counter charge with some grenadiers from France. As the rest of them flee across the wheat fields. Now I'm going to keep pushing forward, obviously, trying to destroy as many of them as possible, forcing them to not have a full army. There are still some militia that probably are... Well, never mind, they broke. Alright, let's see this retreat in fast-forwarded time, but because I'm pretty sure they got away. At least in the beginning. Of course, we are going to keep pursuing them. Ney has lines really close. My skirm's constantly pushing forward here, but... Looking back on this battle, guys, like I said, I wanted to show it just because the showcasing of the huge flank and the UK not really able to... Yeah, we're running down this poor rear guard. But they were not able to scout this left side. If they had seen Soult pushing... Because Soult, came this way and then pushed down the road, and I was pushing from this direction, and they were formed up like this to meet them. If they had seen this coming, they would have been able to easily fall back, form up in the town. Imagine having another coalition UK army form up here. They would have had a vicious fight. I mean, they would have had like this whole like hill. They could even span it all the way to here, and they may have been able to catch us out. Austria really struggled. Obviously, we got really close to Austria before they were able to form up. They weren't even able to get a volley off because I had a cav charge to this grove that stopped them from firing. So then I closed into melee, and it was over for Austria at that point. They were not able to even pour a volley in, and we hit them on the flank. And then at that point, the rest of their flank, they had to turn and fight me, and I forced them into melee. And Austria is not as good as France, especially with how many Grens I brought. They were not able to really decisively win there. Now you can see here, this last stand, the UK forming up. We do have an attack here. We're pushing across our lines to outflank them. Obviously trying to wear them down with our skirms so that we don't have to worry about losing this one because we did not want to, at the last moment, lose. We didn't have a lot of troops left either. We still have more than them. But, you know, the UK, he had some really good quality lines. He had his Coldstream, his Grenz, his General, and then some extra units here and there. So we're going to push some skirms across and start wearing them down. I'm going to keep fast forwarding because nothing really happened for a little while there. We had to move up here. But yeah, discussing the battle, yeah, that's kind of where I think we were successful, I would say. Looks like he's going to actually counterattack as we're pushing across here. I'm going to follow my skirms back so they can start... Ooh, excuse me. Got the hiccups. So we can just shoot at them far away here. Also pushing forward on the flank, wearing around. The last stand. Last stand's going to be a lot of fun. You know, as long as it's not like a running away last stand. As long as you're standing and fighting here. This is the healthiest unit and the most deadly unit that the UK have. And it makes you wonder where they're going to be making their last stand. Speaking of last stands, like they're going to form up here. We didn't have a lot of troops left, guys, after this fight, for sure. Like, we did not have a lot. Yeah, it was a vicious one. Gonna take that LOC. They're making their last stand here, though. The general inspiring his best men to stand strong. Look at how fast these guys are firing. This line holding, but I mean, they're getting outflanked. Imagine this one line, the desperation you would feel as you're surrounded by the enemy.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
All right, and that'll be it. I think one last line defending the house, but yeah, a good battle overall, guys. I enjoyed it. It was not. I would say it was. There was a couple moments where I definitely questioned if we were gonna make it, if we were gonna win the battle or not. But we were successful, and it was all thanks to allies coordinating. All right, guys, that was battle. I'll pull up stats here in a second here. But you can see for me, I didn't get the most kills. Didn't get the most kills. Got a good amount. My Grenadiers, they went in melee. They got some good kills, I'll tell you. The best kills, I should say. Only 118. But, you know, I will be proud of that. In fact, my combat gen did really well as well. And the Chevaliers. The rest, you know, got in the 70s and all that. My general got nothing. But, you know, he's not supposed to be fighting. He lost some men, though. My artillery got 1 kill. I mean, they set up and they got charged pretty fast, so they unfortunately didn't get to do much. Skirmishers didn't get that many kills, but they were a morale dampener. So anyway, guys, let's pull up the results here, and so we can see, you know, what the kills were on each side. All right, guys, so you can see the kills here. So Coyote was playing as I believe Messina. He got like 975 kills. Oh, and it was Data L, not Shane. I apologize. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Data L. It was yeah, Data L was playing the left side as Nay and got 1392 kills, and then Implex as Salt got 1213. I was playing as Bernadotte, 1145 for the kills. On the other side, we have Blue as a 9-point UK, 740. Jean Baptiste as the other UK got 1427. Combat Wombat as 8-point Austria. Okay, it wasn't the 10-pointer, it was 8-pointer. 645. And then the other UK, DXRK with 1149. So they got some pretty good kills on their side too. Yeah, we were just able to get that flank and really chew into their left flank. It was a beautiful play. And yeah, it was a really good game. So that'll be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. You have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.